trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hate. I won't get a ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars, I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record. Price for y'all, snake eyes on dice for y'all, shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hate, I won't get a ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars, I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record. You ain't tryna grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. Running through it with the young influence, had a lesson rushes, I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete the check with the who's elusive and I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' prove some. I can't work on winners when I know you're losing, so I work the winners and they throw the losers. Guess I have to pivot, shooting no bazookas for the facts. I need racks, I get cash, let the tax. That's a joke, tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, at the bag, Brody, black, get them back. Contract, give me the max. I got laugh on my back. You ain't that, then it's facts. Whoa.
This is the Great Legend, and I'm coming at you live tonight, fans, with some of that comic book haul goodness, man. We've got a great show for you tonight. We've got a comic haul with moderns, variants, and a whole lot more. Stay tuned, because we're going to be getting in them right here, right now, because we are live here on the Great Legend Show, youtube.com/RDowdy95, where the Great Legend's always coming at you live with the best in comics, cooking, gaming, and the truth. And right now I'm trying to show y'all a little bit before we get started and before we look at some of these kick-ass things I've got to unbox. We're going to talk real quick about what I've been reading lately, man. If I can remember this, I'll share my screen with you and show you some good iPad action of some things I've been reading lately. So let's take a look at that real quick. And then we're going to be checking the chat, because we want to know what the chat has going on tonight here, as we are live, my friends. Freaking live. All right, let me move this on over here real quick. Put it on this screen here. And do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that, if you know what I mean. All right, let's open this bad boy on up. Let's see if we can do a little screen share and take a look at what Legend's been reading on his iPad. But before we get started, I want to give a big personal shout out before we check the chat. I talked to a good buddy of mine the other day. Good friend. He's been feeling a little under the weather, And I'm talking none other than one of the OGs of the comic book community and an OG viewer of the Great Legend Show. And I'm talking PD Hobbies. Man, a lot of love for you, PD Hobbies. A lot of thoughts, a lot of prayers go out to you and your family too, because when the head of the household ain't feeling too good, man, it just sucks all around. And it really zaps the life out of the family. It zaps the life out of my main man, PD Hobbies. So I hope PD Hobbies gets back in action. All right, so what we got over here, we are ready to go. Let's see if this is going to work for us today on the Great Legend Show. We got the iPad here today, so let's take a look at the old iPad, and I want to show you what I've been reading lately. Let's go over to the My DC section of the old iPad, and well, that Superman Red Sun, that was a good animated show, man. That was pretty awesome. You know what? We ain't got the old cam on here, man. Where's the love at? Let me get the love going here. I know y'all want to see the legend. So let's see if we got it on here. You know what? We may not have it on here for an old screen grab, if you will. That's all right, though. Let's see what this one looks like. No, we just got me over here. We ain't playing games tonight. We ain't playing no games tonight. Let me get back on this screen. That's my game screen. But anyways, I've been going through the freaking Flashpoint series, man. Jeff Johns, Andy Kubert goodness. I've got Flashpoint 1. I've already read that. The one next to Flashpoint 1, there's the deluxe editions. The deluxe editions just have the pencils and then the inks. But once you get down here, I read that Abe and Sur Green Lantern storyline. It's 3 issues. I read Batman, Night of Vengeance. That's another 3-issue storyline during the Flashpoint run where Batman is actually Thomas Wayne, and you get to see him battle the Joker as the Joker kidnaps Harvey Dent's 2 kids, Judge Harvey Dent. I read Citizen Cold. You know, you get the little Leonard Snart story through Flashpoint. I've read Dead Man and the Flying Graysons. This was a surprise, man. They was chilling in the damn Big Top, under the Big Top. I thought I was watching Big Top, Pee Wee Herman style. But, man, it was a great storyline. I really enjoyed that one. And tonight, I want to try to get to this Flashpoint Deathstroke storyline. And then, of course, there's a lot more Flashpoint. Over 63 titles of different Flashpoint stories. So definitely, I want to try to get through all 63 of those Flashpoint stories, man. That's going to be just too sweet because the Great Legend said so. So let me close that app all the way on down. Save some bandwidth. Save some memory. Just letting you know what I've been reading on the iPad lately. I haven't read any hardcovers, soft covers, trades, hardbacks. No Dark Shadows novels either, but we'll get to those soon enough. Now, before we get started with some of the unboxings, we're going to be checking that chat because the chat, that's where it's at. And tonight we are here. Woo! We're over here live. We got Chris Barrett in the house. Great to see the Chris Barrett. Luis Ramirez 504. What's going down, my brother? It's good to see you. And hell, there he is. PD Hobbies, man. PD, I knew I would give you a good shout, man. You knew you had your shout out coming up. God bless you, man. We got Stay Puft 1983, man. It's good because the Puff, he always got the stuff, and you know it's never enough because when he's done, he's going to be crossing the streams, and he's going to tell you everything, what it means, and what he collects. So y'all better get your asses in the seats before he breaks your necks. Collects necks. I know it's a little far-fetched, but anyway. Legend, the Stu Hart of the community. Damn, my back feels like Stu Hart sometimes. I feel like, the old Stu Hart always calling Vinnie Mac, letting Vinnie Mac know, hey, Vince, can you got something for the big bastard Rhino? You got anything for the Rhino, that big bastard? Of course, talking about Jim the Anvil Neidhart, because Jim never could keep a damn stable job. Always doing whatever he was doing to get the damn grooves going, man. Jim Neidhart, gone too soon. The Anvil, man. Too many pills, though. And old Stu always wanted to get Jim in there on that Vinnie Mac's payroll. Vincent McMahon always felt sorry for Stu. So, he always send him some Jim the Anvil Neidhart up there. Man, we got Daryl, the Simply Incredible podcast. He's going to be doing a little thing pretty soon, talking about some of those conspiracy theories you may hear that are not in the mainstream, but in the stream of those Legends Truth style streams, if you know what I mean. So, man, I'm excited for him. Hopefully, you might even see a little special cameo by the great legend on the Simply Incredible podcast with Daryl. Daryl recently, I think, was showing some of his sports cards collection. I don't know, Daryl. That popped up in my feed somewhere. Some sports cards. And you know me, Daryl, man. I got most of my sports cards out in the garage, getting all old and dirty. But you know I still got my John Elway rookie. Man, I had this thing since, man, the 90s, man. You know I love my John Elway rookie card, man. I love it. I've had that for years. PD in the house. Dude, Gino the Dragon, man. One of the best in the pop culture, comics, Funkos. Anytime you need to listen to some rhymes, you go check out Gino the Dragon, because he'll give you some rhymes too. Sometimes. I don't know. I love the baseball cards and comics. Man, Gino, damn, it's good to see you, man. I think I've seen you in the feeds as well. But god dang, it's hard for me to get out and about and watch everybody. I need to do a better job of that, man. But the community's grown so large, and the kids are getting a lot older. So a lot of times you may see me on the old IG giving some shout-outs. First, I showed this the other night on Golden Guys. Last night, was it last night? No, it was Tuesday night. The great legend got to host Golden Guys, and it was phenomenal, man. I did a great job hosting that show. Golden Age Guru was laughing his ass off. That was the first time me and Guru were actually live. We have our Golden Guys IG chat where, those Golden Guys and myself, we just have a great time. So I was filling in for JD Comics. Oh, JD, if you're watching, I hope you get to feeling better very soon. One of the best. JD Comics is my producer behind the scenes. He's kind of like my Bruce Pritchard, He's always there in the background on those StreamYard, what the hell is it? StreamYard, yeah. He's always behind the scenes in StreamYard, let me know what guests I got coming up to interview, things like that. I'll talk a little bit more about Baltimore Comic-Con Live, that we're going to be doing that pretty soon. I'm going to be helping out with some of that fun stuff. So, one of the unboxings, I already unboxed this. I showed this on Modern Men. I'll also show you a big Holy Grail key issue that I've had for a really long time. And, we can reiterate one of the great questions that Masked Marvel asked the Golden Guys. And I'll talk to you about that here in a sec. But first off, I had to buy something from our good friends at the Hero Initiative. Got that number 50, the Overstreet price guide. Let's put that on the big screen to take a look at that kick-ass Defenders cover. And, dude, I cannot remember who did this Defenders cover, but make sure you take a look out for it. It's the limited edition, 50th edition, 50th anniversary, Overstreet comic book price guide, the 50th one. And this is that limited Defenders cover with Submariner, Hulk, and Doctor Strange on it. And the proceeds of this one, you guessed it, they're going to the Hero Initiative. So make sure you go over on to the Hero Initiative. You can find them at heroinitiative.org/merchandise, where not only can you get some kick-ass things like the Overstreet price guide, the Hero Initiative version, you can also get those kick-ass books, the 100 Projects, Hero Initiative 100 Projects, where they take a title, say Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, whatever, and they do this 100 project where they take 100 artists and they all do some kick-ass artistry in the correlating 100 project book. Of course, I had to get the hardcover version of the Fantastic Four 100 Project, featuring the artwork of Alan Davis, Steve Epting, Dale Keown, Adam Kubert. Adam, we're going to talk about Andy here in a minute. Andy Kubert, not Comic Man Andy. He's off tonight, but stay tuned on Comic Core before tonight. We're going to have the Drew Manchu and Cantu review show. If y'all didn't know, now you do. You're going to want to go over to Comic Core after this video. We got Steve McNiven, George Perez, Joe Sinat, and 100 more, all on the Fantastic Four 100 Project. It's sealed. I need to open it up. Maybe I'll give y'all an inside look in the book. And, of course, I got my invoice here for the sweet comic book price guide. And you know what else the invoice has on it is the Hero Initiative, and this here receipt here doubles as proof of your charitable donation for tax purposes. If you choose to record your donations and things on your taxes, you got it right there. And, of course, we got the great the great one there, thanking him. Look at that. Thanks, legend, from JM. If y'all didn't know, JM, the founder of the Hero Initiative, Jim McLaughlin. I've done some stuff for Hero Initiative on heroinitiative.org/merchandise. You can also find some Q&A panels with some of your very favorite creators in the comic book world. There's people like Dave Gibbons, of Watchmen fame. There's Arthur Adams. There's and I've talked to both of those guys live. I moderated their panel, so I'm very familiar. Ed McGuinness, of course. Ed McGuinness, one of the best. But my favorite had to be Dave Gibbons, man. Watchmen. It was a hoot, man. Just chilling and chatting with that guy for an hour. And the most recently I did Jerry Conway, of course. We got that. There's that big news about the Jerry Conway, the creator of the Punisher, the creator of Firestorm, Vibe, Vixen, all these kick-ass characters. Of course, Killer Frost as well inside Firestorm issue number 3. That's the place to be. So make sure you check out heroinitiative.org/merchandise. And also today, I retweeted Jim McLaughlin. He has Howard Chaykin is coming up on talenttalklive.com. So make sure you also check out talenttalklive.com if you're interested in not only comic book creators, but also other kind of creators like cooks, political people, sports people, whatever, man. Past presidents. I think the president of Iceland was on there. So if you want to do president of Iceland, go over there to talenttalklive.com. So, man, Joe, go see what they got going on over there. So let's open up the first package. But before we do, we're going to check the chat again before we get to the first package tonight here live. Man, we have got Legend always having issues with the hard cam. I know they go, yeah, the other night I was doing my review of Topps Comics 1995 smash hit, Jason versus Leatherface, and I cropped my iPad on a black background, so all you would see was just the comic itself, but I wasn't prepared today, so you got full iPad, so if you missed the iPad part, go ahead and check it out on the rewind, and I'll show you all those kick-ass. I think there was like 63 on DC Universe app of the Flashpoint books, but you minus 6 of those and you get, 57, because I'm not rereading the digital editions. But let's see what we got in some of these packages here. Let's open these bad boys up. See what kind of books the great Legend's been getting on the down low. Let's check the chat again. It's good to see Chris Barrett. Steven Spock, man, I saw you earlier in that Discovery Bay auction. And for all y'all people that do auctions, you might want to start doing goods and services, because if you get too many of those friends and family, PayPal's coming down hard on people. Just ask Jim Mint Collectibles. Damn. Samuel David, it's great to see you tonight, my friend. Jerry Conway, a.k.a. the killer of Gwen Stacy. And some of the people on that panel were asking about Jerry Conway killing off Gwen Stacy. You know what? Just since y'all are here, I'm going to give y'all a sneak peek of what this is really like. We'll do this for you real quick. Let's put old Jerry Conway. Let's bring Jerry Conway up here.
To my Captain America page right behind me too, but the glare is off. So
you're a pal of Sal.
I love him.
Let me go full script size on this.
Up.
Yeah, he is a terrific storyteller. I mean, his work is, I think, harshly underrated. Like Ross Andrew, someone who people look at it from a surface point of view and say, "Oh, this is what it."
Artist Forte.
Shaved hair right
It was
there.
done for the Winter Soldier.
Scott is here in the
paperwork and
back to like the
1979. of my life in California. Started out, as a comic book reader back in the early 60s. Picked up my first comic was Fantastic Four #4. Fell in love with Marvel.
Great issue, by the way. Fantastic Four #4. I got a copy of that.
Sometime in the mid-60s.
Any more great legends? Any great legends in here?
Thank you. And
yeah, there's the legend.
Both culpable.
You saw him. I don't get much. I don't get much screen time on that stuff.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey, Steve, what's your question? Great to see you tonight.
thank you. And thanks for being here, everybody.
Oh, yeah, those are classic.
question
Okay,
is a little
sorry, I
bit
got a little
more
off kilter
on
there.
the internal.
All right, so let me bring back up the chat. But that's Jerry. That is Jerry Conway right there, man. So if you're interested in like talking to these creators, like I said, Jerry Conway, Ed McGuinness, Dave Gibbons, Art Adams, I've been a part of those. I mean, you can be a part of these things too. Of course, I just sit on there and moderate the whole thing. But if you want to be the ones to ask the questions, I mean, these people are going to give you the answers, and it's a lot of damn fun, and it's a great way to meet some of your favorite creators, and it's a great way to also help the Hero Initiative out as well. And like I said, Jim McLaughlin has a new deal going on called TalkTalentLive.com, which is not only comic book creators, but like I said, sports celebrities, you know what I mean, just a little bit of everybody, man. So check that stuff out, dude. HeroInitiative.com HeroInitiative.org/merchandise, and then TalentTalkLive.com. And you never know, maybe you'll see me or Drew Manchu moderating some of those panels over there on Talent Talk Live. So this one wrapped very well in the, taped up all around with some of this brown paper bag crap. It's always hard to get in the unboxings here. You're trying to slice and dice, but you don't want to slash your finger as well. What is up, Funk Comics? 814 is in the house. It's good to see Funk. Funk always got some good stuff. Gino says, same. It's rough to balance enjoying comics, making content all around the comics, and then actually enjoy checking out other people's content. And then at the same time, some of us, we got kids and stuff, man. Very hard to do. Now, these are classic. Ooh, I like this. He kind of did the little folded up the flat rate box. These are good gimmicks if you need cardboard or boxes. Normally me, I just go on eBay and get a bunch of the, what are those boxes called? Gemini mailers. When my main man, Big Bear Comics, and me were doing this kick-ass program called Legends Live Auction, the best damn auction in the comic book community. And now we got auctions Monday through freaking Sunday, if you know what I mean. But none of them were as good as the pioneer, man. The pioneer of them all. The Stu Hart of comic book auctions. And let me tell you, we did have some great stampedes. All right, man. Folded, really interesting. He kind of made his own Gemini box here. We got that gimmick. Throw that over there. Now we have another little gimmick to open. Some people say I should open these before the show, but I kind of like chit-chatting with the chat. Man, the Great Legend Show, I don't know if y'all know this, but I was the very first one to do an individual live show in YouTube and the YouTube comic book community. I was also a part of the very, very first group live show in the YouTube comic book community. The very first. Can you imagine the very first person solo to have their own live show in the YouTube comic book community? That was me, the Great Legend Show, man. Fucking A, man. Some channels, they've gained in subs. Sometimes you form alliances with people, and then their channel outgrows your channel. Nothing wrong with that. Everyone is in the game, plays the game different. Some people play the game for money. Some people do it for the love of the game. And the Great Legend's always done YouTube for the love of the game, for the love of the fans. Now, is there money involved? Sometimes people drop donations, and that's great, because the Great Legend uses those donations to get some comic books. And sometimes, most of the time, use the donations to pay it forward to other fans of the hobby. And then, some of those people you actually put over, and then they just fucking leave you. They don't even give a shit about you anymore. And that's okay, too. Legend is like Dolph Ziggler, He always puts others before himself. Then usually they move on to bigger and better things. But you know what is bigger and better than all that shit is some modern books, man. So let's take a look at some modern books here. The original comic book roundtable. That's right. Me, Howler Mouse, this one guy I won't name, Oddfellow's Thoughts, Hell, even old Doc and Hallett was in a couple of those. Costin Bromstar, Hippies Collectibles. And on occasion, we might be able to pull Captain Strangelove into the shit. And man, that's how it is. Like, Howler Mouse is my great legend. Howler Mouse is like my inspiration because him and Carson, old C Woodard 190. C Woodard 19, I tell C Wood, he's like a younger Howler Mouse. But Howler Mouse Howler Mouse ain't no old man. Howler Mouse is in his prime. He always will be. But old C Wood, man, he's a good channel too. And C Woodard 19. Speaking of the C Wood, he has got his October Reads contest going on for the month of October, where every day he is reading a horror comic. Maybe not necessarily a horror comic, but he's reading a scary comic. And let's see, I don't know what today's is. I know yesterday's was possibly a Cullen Bunn book. I'm on the day 13. I think it's a Punisher story. So make sure you check out that. It's real easy to enter. And if you make a video, you get an entry. If you comment on each video you comment on, you get an entry. So make sure you check out C Woodard 19. You'll be glad you did. Man, so you kind of found out by the thumbnail. And the thumbnail here, I didn't really get to finish it. Where it says Flashpoint, I wanted to put some of the comic books that I knew that were coming, but I didn't have a lot of time, and I didn't want to run over into anyone else's show because I know my main man, Drew Manchu, and Comics Explained, we're going to do something over there on the Comic Core, but I haven't really heard anything. So I was like, screw it. I got some new comic books to show, modern, some variants. I'm going to do what I want to damn do. I mean, right? I mean, being on the first live group on something. Actually, the very first live comic book show was our original comic book roundtable, Howler Mouse style, man. Howler Mouse was there. I was just like a wee lad in those days. But first live show. And then first solo live show, right here, man, a great legend, man. I just figured out, wow, we could do this Google Hangout gimmick. Now, it did look kind of stupid because on those original Google Hangouts, even though it was a solo live show, they put a little square at the bottom with my face on it. And then they had the big face on the big screen, so that did look kind of weird. Okay, I'll shut up. But, again, first live show, I'll do a damn live show when I want to do a live show. Because, dude, I'm always coming at you live. It says down there, coming at you live. All right, so I got books here. Modern books. Like I said, I told Carson, man, I want to get this series. I didn't get it back in the day. I hopped on DC when the New 52 started, but the thing that started the New 52 was this right here. Freaking Flashpoint. Now, it's not in Mylar yet, okay, and I know I've been reading it on my DC Universe app, but I will put this in Mylar. It's a nice near mint copy, probably 9.4 or higher, 9.0 or higher, but I wanted raw copies of Flashpoint. So I got issue number 1 of Flashpoint. Jeff Johns, Andy Kubert, storyline freaking amazing. Not only it's just a kick-ass alternate reality. I love alternate realities. I love alternate history. I love the Freedom Fighters. I love the Man in the High Castle. I love watching my boy on Sliders, old Quinn Mallory, and old, oh God, what was his name? Davies, something Davies. The guy that played Sala on Indiana Jones 1 and The Last Crusades. But yeah, Sala was in there. Davies was in there, off the Lord of the Rings. Man, that Sliders, alternate realities all day, every day, and, just kick-ass. So I got that one. Of course, the very last scene, Barry finds out, you're Thomas Wayne. Some just classic. Number 2, you remember that scene where he's strapped to the electric chair. That's probably strapped to the electric chair for the first time. Because after that first one, he got pretty charbroiled. He looked like freaking Freddy Krueger, didn't he? That was issue number 2. Issue 3, of course, he's trying to figure out, did a ship or something crash land in Smallville, but of course it took a little detour. They found out what happened to their version of Superman, and Project Superman revealed. Let me put this on the big screen real quick, and I'll come back to the chat while I'm unboxing the other boxes and stuff. So we got Flashpoint 1. Like I said, these are in poly. Don't cast stones, don't break bones. They going to be in Mylar pretty soon. I just got to get them ready and out of the room because I got to slap them on them halfbacks so they don't get cracked. But anyway, number 2, man. I don't know, man. I just really am addicted to the Flashpoint. I bought the Flashpoint Paradox on Blu-ray. So, man, I love the damn animated of it. It's really good. This is number 4. And what was cool about this lot, it did come with one variant. And this lot was like made for me. Because it came with the variant to number 4. I didn't get any of the sketch variants. I think those were like 1 in 25s, but I got this variant. Damn! Just like my thumbnail that I got, the Flashpoint. So, dude, this is awesome. We're gonna come back to that book here in a minute. And then Flashpoint 5. It all changes here. And of course, fucking Eobard, man. Eobard Thawne always fucking some shit up in there. But anyway, some good, nice copies. I'm going to put these in my flash box. A little more info on Flashpoint number 4. You got Captain Thunder here. You can see he's got scars from the last time he battled Wonder Woman. But you got the Shazam kids, man. You got Billy, you got Mary, you got Eugene. No, that's Pedro, Darla, Eugene, and Freddy right there. And this is the first cover appearance of Eugene, Darla, and Pedro, because you find out in Justice League, I don't know if it's Justice League 7, but it's in the New 52. It's the, I like calling it the Shazam serial, and I love that whole thing where they did a serial of the Shazam, the New 52 Shazam, how they were going to bring him into the New 52 universe. And I just remember that classic serial, the very first serial in comic book history, the Mr. Mind and the Monster Society of Evil that was in the back of a lot of those Captain Marvel adventures. So I got the first cover appearance, and plus that cover is just freaking beautiful. You're going to find out why. And then in this book is the actual first appearance of, Darla, Eugene, Pedro, and the Shazam kids. And what happens is when they say Shazam, all of them turn into Captain Thunder. So they all share just the Captain Thunder body. And then old Talkie Tawny here, he turns into this kick-ass Battle Cat He-Man looking freaking creature. So anyways, I'm glad to have the Flashpoint hard copies finally. I didn't know if I wanted to buy them, but this deal was made for me. All in the same box, all 5 of the regular ones, and the only variant I really care about, which is that Captain Thunder. Just beautiful freaking cover there. I'm so excited. I love this story. I'm going to read the Deathstroke and the Ravenger storyline tonight on my iPad. And let me tell you, that DC Universe, if you're a reader, the great thing I love about DC Universe, and they're going to make it even better pretty soon, and they're going to match Marvel Unlimited to where you'll get the brand new stuff after 6 months. And I've been downsizing a lot of my comic book collection, and I want to start selling on eBay again just to get rid of stuff and make more room, because as long as I keep paying my little subscription fees, I can read all the Marvel and all the DC I want, man. So, man, it's a freaking no-brainer. And, dude, I know, like, I never thought I would, get all like that and stuff. But, dude, like, I'm addicted to digital reading, man. I know that might be blasphemy for some, but I do love digital reading. Let's check the chat again to see where it's at. All right, man. Simply incredible to know what it's all about. He says, Howler is awesome. Let me also bring my chat window up over here. Funk814, man. It's good to see you. Again, he said, yep, this community is great. Thanks to Legend, I'm over like the 1, 2, 3 kid. That's right, man. Chris Barrett, one of my best mods you're ever going to see here on the Great Legend Show. I know a lot of channels, they fill up a whole chat with like moderators and blue wrenches, but I only, give it to a select few that I know they're always going to be there for me. And Chris Barrett, man, Howler, you'd be proud of this kid. He's got a mind like you, Carson, Bill Clinton. You know, you know what I mean, like photogenic. And Clinton was the only other dude I could think of that was photogenic. But old Clinton, he also loved the ladies a little bit too much, too. All right, man. Howler, you get some sleep, brother. You know the legend. I could talk all night long about this stuff. And I think I have the Flashpoint preview that was in a Green Lantern special on Free Comic Book Day. Hell yeah, man. I wouldn't mind seeing that bad boy. Get a little preview special. They had a little preview special on the DC Universe app, but it was mainly just some artwork. It was really nothing. Yeah, Drew's talking X-Men. It's a no job night on my end. No job night. He's not going over. You don't want to go over there and hear X-Men on the comic corner. Let me tell you, Drew Manchu loves his Marvel. No doubt about it. I'm hoping if Comics Miss Explained is over there, he can talk some DC, get some DC love. And I'm not hating on Marvel. You're going to see I've got some Marvel books I'm going to open up too. Because, you know, my first love in Marvel is Fantastic Four. I just can't get enough of the FF, man. Any FF stuff I try to get. Physical copies, of course. Because the collector in me loves FF. I got every issue of FF so far. And they're only getting better with age, man. Now, this is what I like. I like these. These are those Gemini collectibles, comic mailers. I like using these things. I got a whole box of these out in the garage I got off eBay when Big Bear Comics told me about these. Now, this book, let's see what these are. Slice them from, is this one or two books? This might just be one book. Okay, slicey dicey. Still kind of connected here. There we go. Yay! Let me cut this off. This bad boy is going to go in Mylar if I can get this damn tape off. There we go. All right, show y'all this one here. All right, let me get this one ready for you here. I'll put it on the big screen. I need to get one of those stream decks, if you know what I mean. Damn it, where's my screen at? Here we go. Big screen time. The 1 in 25 variant right here of Fantastic Four Empire Issue 0. The Enoch Lee cover. 1 in 25. The Enoch Lee. It says $29.99. I think I paid $25 for it. But I probably paid $29 after shipping. But the Enoch Lee cover. Look at that freaking cover, man. Isn't that going to look good in Mylar? I actually was thinking about sending this one to CBCS. Again, 1 in 25 Enoch Lee cover. Fantastic Four Empire number 0. And I got all the Fantastic Four Empires, and there's some other. There was the Empire Conclusion comic. I don't know if I got that or not. I'm going to have to find out. Some of my packages I don't open till a lot later on down the line, but I love anything Fantastic Four if I can get my hands on it, because that's my most favorite Marvel comic of all time. Okay, Daryl, he said he started reading digital. It's not the books though, but it's good. Yeah, I mean, it's never going to take that smell, turning the page, but man, it's just really nice, man. It's awesome. Here we go. It's clobbering time. There's always some FF, and I got more FF to go as well. So freaking cool. Z Collects. He's one of the best premier auctioneers in the comic book community. I fully support Z Collects. I went over there one time, and I think I got some books from J Blitz. I got a book that I gifted to Comics Miss Explained called... God, I don't even remember what it was. I think it was the Black Suit Spider-Man Secret Wars number 8. I think that was the one. But yeah, I gifted that. I saw that for a good deal, for a steal of a deal. And no one was bidding what it was worth. And sometimes the Legend just fires that bid. And when Legend puts that bid, it's like Legend's pistol whipping somebody, cold cocking them. Because they got to respect certain books. And I felt like the bidders that day weren't respecting that book. So, boy, I made Jay Blitz some money, and I bought me that book, and I sent that off. Now, normally I don't gloat and say, oh, I sent this comic book to this guy, you know, I don't need no kudos for sending AOKs. I actually tell my viewers, don't do a damn video if you don't want to, because the thing is, someone does a video that says AOK from the Great Legend, then there's going to be a lot of damn people banging on my door trying to get free shit. So a lot of times I just put it, you know, keep it all on the down low. Now this one here, dude, double boarded and stuff. I got to be careful with this one. I think it's one of them high-ass ratios. Them high-ass ratios. We're going to get back to the chat in a minute. This is one of them high-ass ratios, man. Let's see what we got here. Be very careful on this one. And I tell you, high-ass ratios. Coming up. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. Be very careful. I'll be very, very quiet. All right, I'm going to flip it around. Flip it around for you. I'm going to leave it on the back. I'm going to leave it on the board. Some of that RB Silva. Fantastic Four Empire Zero. That's a 1 in 50. That's a 1 in 50. I just loved it, you know. I just freaking loved it. RB Silva. That's a 1 in 50. Now, it's not in Mylar. It doesn't have the Mylar shine. It don't have the Mylar sheen. But I love this cover so much. I'm thinking about, see, got the little Cree boy. Got the little scroll girl. It's like Romeo and Juliet, but they're kids. Their parents hate each other. They gonna be a big war a-coming. And the Fantastic Four and the Avengers are there to kick some ass. Man, so, I just really love what Dan Slott's been doing with the Fantastic Four in that title over there. This is a nice high-ass grade, too. This might even get one of them 9.8s. But, you know, I get what I get. I don't throw no fit. And if I don't like it, I don't give a shit. I'll just sell it on the bay and I'll walk away. Because sometimes you got to know when to fold 'em. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. Whatever. Kenny Rogers style. All right. We got, okay, before I open this package, let's take a little detour to check that chat. This beanie's getting my head awfully hot, so I'm getting crazy on the video. Excuse me if I'm getting a little crazy. Damn, Gretzky, have you been here the whole night? Look at Mr. Gretzky. Let me refresh the page. Ooh. They got the Exos. We got Comicores live right now. Talking the Exoswords, Death Metal, and Tom King's Rorschach. And I want to take a little break to, you know, talk about my good folks at the Comicore, talking about that Rorschach over there. Over at BaltimoreComicConLive.com, you're going to get a panel with Tom King and Dave Gibbons. Make sure y'all check that out. Dave Gibbons, I love chatting with him. Like I said, that was the very first Hero Initiative panel I got to moderate with Dave Gibbons. A great guy, great Q&A, and before all the other guests came on, we talked for a good about 15 minutes, just me and him chatting. He's just a swell dude, nice guy. Love chatting with that guy. And that's Dave Gibbons. So, yeah, I don't know the lineup. Hopefully we're going to get the lineup for that on BaltimoreComicConLive.com. Put together by Mainframe Comic-Con, but most of the panels this time are going to be moderated by the comic, the writers and the artists and things like that. So we wanted to try to get some Kevin Smith. I don't know if he's going to be able to show up. He was involved at the second Mainframe Comic-Con, but I don't think we got him. But the cool thing is the creators are going to be moderating their own panels. So, I mean, they got it. Now, the one thing I'm going to be doing, since we got Z Collects and we got some other auction fans here, I'm going to be doing an auction on Saturday. It's going to be more so not an auction, but more like a QVC. Have y'all ever seen QVC, the hosts that are always selling stuff? Well, for BaltimoreComicConLive.com, you're going to go over there on Saturday. You're going to find the link. Of course, if you're a subscriber to the Great Legend Show, it's also going to be on this channel as well. But we're going to be looking at Anthony Snyder. Y'all have seen Anthony Snyder on Golden Guys. You've seen him on Comic Book Men. He is the son of the, I don't know, y'all dads and granddads may remember this. He's the son of a famous guy by the name of Jimmy the Greek. So we're going to be with Anthony Snyder. Like I said, y'all probably seen him on Golden Guys once or twice. We're going to be going through Anthony's warehouse, and we're going to be taking a look at all this stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of buy it nows, and we're going to be talking about each item that he's wanting to sell. We're going to spotlight it. We're going to get Anthony's history on that particular item, and because not only is he a collector, that man is a historian. So that's going to be that's my job at the Baltimore Comic-Con this year, kind of to do like the little QVC host. Oh yeah, before I open up this one, because this is a fan favorite. I hope this is the, yeah, I think this is the package. Yep. This one better be the package. But this one, well, you know, speaking of Golden Guys, let me, and I know I'm probably pissing Drew off. I don't know how many people are watching me, but, you know, you can always watch The Great Legend on the Rewind. Y'all really need to go over there and listen to Drew Manchu and Jason, Comics Misexplained, because they got a lot of talent, man, and they got more talent than I do. So y'all need to go over there and check out Comicore. The video description has their link down below, so make sure you check them out as they talk about all the new kick-ass stuff, especially Rorschach. Now, I'm a big Watchmen fan. I love all of the Watchmen stuff they've done. I love the TV show. I love the Before Watchmen. I know some of them weren't the cup of teas that y'all wanted to drink, but, man, I loved all that shit. I love the mythos. I loved Doomsday Clock. Of course, nothing can beat the original. Nothing could even, like, stand close to the original. But this Rorschach storyline, supposedly off one of the articles, I think it was Bleeding Cool or something I read on Twitter from Simple Man's Comics, Brian at Simple Man's Comics, they said that the Rorschach Tom King is going to be a little bit, well, he said that the TV show on HBO that, God, I can't remember the name of the guy that put that show together. Me and Dave Gibbons talked about that show quite a while too, but or quite a lot. But that's going to be canon in the DC universe. That's what it was, canon. Another quick thing, wordballoon.com, our good friend John Suntress at wordballoon.com today, no, it was yesterday afternoon, had about an hour or 2 hour talk with Dave Gibbons live. So I really need to put John's link in the video description. Chris Barrett, could you put that in the chat for everybody? John Suntress, wordballoon.com, but find John's YouTube page. Please put that in the chat. John Suntress also last night interviewed Walt and Wheezy Simonson. Of course, y'all love Walt and Wheezy. I mean, so John's a great friend of mine. John Suntress was pissed off because I got to interview Fred the Hammer Williamson at the last Mainframe Comic-Con, so he was pretty pissed. I haven't cut it or edited that down into my own channel's video, but you can check that video on John Suntress's website. I went ahead and allowed, you know, Mainframe, John Suntress, some of my friends, I let them just put it on their channel. I mean, who cares? I don't give a shit. Fred Williamson, man, what a great guy to chat with. On Golden Guys, Mass Marvel's question was, what are some comic books or comic book publishers from the Golden Age that people can find some good deals on? Maybe these publishers aren't as popular in the comic book realm. Where can they find some deals on Golden Age? Because currently right now, the Golden Age market, it's on the rise. There's more buyers now than there ever were before. And one of the publishers, Quality Comics. That's right, Quality Comics. You got the National Comics. You got the Phantom Ladies. You got the Plastic Mans. You got all those characters that went on to become freedom fighters when DC got the rights to use the Quality Comics characters. Police Comics. Quality Comics of the Golden Age. Freaking awesome. I'm a huge fan of the freedom fighters. And one of the characters that I've just kind of started getting into, actually I've had this book for quite a while, and I'm working on one of his runs, but it's Plastic Man. I'm a humongous Plastic Man fan. And one of the books I've got here right now, this book has blown up. This book has skyrocketed in price. There's a guy that has a 6.0 of this book I'm going to show you on sale on eBay for over $28,000. $8,000. Now, I don't have a 6.0 of this book, but I got a 5.5, and it's coming at you live on the Great Legend Show here tonight. And if you don't know the significance of this book, take a look at the label. It's Police Comics #1, August 1941. The origin and first appearance of Plastic Man, of the Human Bomb, of the Phantom Lady, and this guy right here, Firebrand. So, Police Comics #1, freaking amazing Golden Age book. Off-white to white. You know how I roll with it. I got to have the white pages. I'm just kidding. I ain't kidding. It was such a great deal back in the day. I don't discuss prices, but I got it for maybe an upper mid 4 figures, maybe a little 7,000, maybe 8K, or somewhere in between. But man, this is good shit. I always said one of the properties they need to bring to the movies. Now, I'm not a speculator. No, don't be saying I'm no speculator. Fuck that. I ain't no speculator. I'm just saying. And maybe praying. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I love those characters. Mainly, I love the Freedom Fighter characters. I would love to get a National Comics 1. I've been to Heritage Auctions. I've kind of thrown out some little feelers to get that first appearance of Uncle Sam. But let's check the chat. So that's what we kind of talked about on Golden Guides. And also we talked about old school pre-code horror books, because DS Comics is one of our guys over there, along with JD Comics, Knights of Old, Golden Age Guru, the great Anthony Snyder, when available. And we talked pre-code horror in dark #GA, aka Dark Golden Age, and that's a term coined by DS Comics. Speaking of terms, I want to talk my main man, Hallermouse. First time I ever heard the term Holy Grail in the comic book community. I never heard that term before, but I thought it was the coolest shit. Like, say some dude like loves Plastic Man to death, and he just wants to marry Plastic Man, or maybe he loves Phantom Lady. I mean, there's a lot of Golden Age collectors that just collect Phantom Lady covers. Well, the first guy that I ever heard say Holy Grail. Let's respect the man. Let's get his ass in the chat here. Is Hallermouse himself. First time I ever heard that. Now, when I talk books and prices, if I'm talking about a book, big boy books. I'm the guy that coined the phrase big boy books. And I came up with that line when I used to chat with Reaper Tate, 728. But I don't see much of him no more. I don't chat with him no more. I don't know why. I love Reaper Tate. Reaper Tate quit watching my videos. I don't know why. He just did, but oh well. But I always told him, man, I told him about those big boys. And those, it used to be, I would call a big boy a 3-figure book, like a book that's in $999 to $100. I used to call that big boy, because the 4-figure books are big daddies. Now, maybe it is the 4 figures. The 4-figure books are big boys. Big daddies are those 5-figure books, and big granddaddies are big peppies. Those are your 100,000s and ups, Now the next package I opened are some beautiful near mints, and I want to get these. I'm gonna get all of these graded. That one comic you saw, I'm gonna get it graded. Look at that. I got another copy of this one for like $15. Now we'll talk price on these, because they didn't break my bank. $15. $15. And look, not one, but 2. And then I got the other one down there. So I got 3 total of these. Just look at the freaking cover. Man, sometimes it's like that cover. Oh, I don't want to do any spoilers, but this is the death of Flashpoint's Billy Batson. Death of Billy Batson. So, dude, look at that cover again. Doesn't that just look phenomenal, these two? They're just gorgeous, man. Captain Thunder right there. Beautiful freaking variant. So I'm going to get all of them graded, and then, of course, I'll keep the highest graded, and I'll sell the other 2. And then I'll put this one in my slab box, my Fawcett / Captain Marvel / Shazam freaking box of slabs I have. But man, I love that stuff. So a little Flashpoint. The last variants I want to show tonight before we go is this 4 right here. I was at work one day on a Wednesday. I used to check them on Tuesday night. I'd go to mycomicshop.com and I would check out, you know, comic books that I may have missed or variants that I may have missed. And what I saw was those timeless, you know, those timeless covers. I'd already ordered 2 timeless covers of each Fantastic Four member. So I already knew I had them on the way, but they had these 1 in 100s. 1 in 100 variant covers on sale for like $30 a pop. So, of course, I had to get them. Look at that. The pencil sketches. What do they call these? The sketch covers by the great Adam Ross. These are graded on the back as like 9.2s. I think they do that on most of all the variants because when Diamond ships all these, they're not going to be immaculate or anything. So they put 9.2s on all of them. But there she is, old Sue right there. Sketch covers, man. And so there was some left. I didn't want to take them all. I didn't want to be a hoarder, if you will. And plus they're 30 a pop. I mean, you know, normally you do a 1 in 100, it would sell for like 50 to 100 bucks or something. Normally 100 if they're trying to really get you, but 30 was pretty damn good price for a 1 in 100. There's my favorite, Ben Graham. Oh, I got to get that Howler Mouse. The Howler Mouse has one of the books I don't have yet, but I know. Yeah, that 70s action. He was on the cover with it looked like a sun or something on his chest. I need to get that one of these days. All right, let's check that chat. So that's Alex Ross action right there. Let's check the chat because Howler Mouse has a good one here. Howler Mouse, it just hit me. I have the first appearance of the original Captain Thunder 70s action Superman book. Yeah, it was on that Superman book. Now, I bought this one recently, not too long ago. I showed this on Golden Guys, even though it's a Bronze Age book. I got that one because I do love the covers. But yeah, you're right. That 70s one have them both going at each other, but he's got that sun-looking thing on, and it's Captain Thunder. Now, if y'all want to know another little tip or detail, and I can't buy the book, it's too expensive, but it is the ash can pre-Wiz Comics #2. They had 2 ash cans. One was called Thrill Comics, Thrill Comics, and the other was called Flash Comics. Now, of course, they couldn't use Flash Comics because National beat them to the punch. They had their own Flash Comics, introduced Jay Garrick. And then Thrill Comics, I don't know why they didn't go with Thrill Comics, but they went with Wiz Comics. But if you had one of those black and white ash cans, you would basically get that classic same story from Wiz Comics #2, but the character was known as Captain Thunder instead of Captain Marvel. But that 70s one, oh, dude, that Silver Surfer cover. I don't know if I bought that or not. I don't know if I ever did pre-order that. I don't think I did, but damn, didn't it look good, that Silver Surfer? I mean, I could probably always buy it, but damn, Chris Barrett, you've bought 1 in 100s for as little as $10. I mean, you know, there are some stores that do some good stuff. Yeah, Haller, I don't know if you've ever seen that book. You know, there's a lot of little Golden Age books that I'll have. You know, I've got some doozies. I don't whip them out as much as I should, but when I do, it drops jaws to the floor because they want to see more. But if you want to see more, fans, you need to head on over to the Comic Core. Listen to Drew Manchu, Comics Misexplained. They're going to be cutting it up and talking about some damn good books here live tonight as they talk about X of Swords, Death Metal, and Rorschach. But fans, for me personally, that's all I got time for. Let me give you a little bit of info for the next show you're going to see. Hopefully this weekend on Saturday morning or Sunday morning, you're going to see some more Deadtober action where we're going to be playing some Left 4 Dead. If we don't see that, we're going to be doing the next comic book video. Could also be either Saturday morning, Sunday morning, or next week. but it's going to be a video where I show you all the books I'm going to send to CBCS to get slabbed, and then with what I don't keep, they're going to be going up on my old eBay store. You know, I'm going to try to make a little money and try to get some cash for Christmas time. Man, Howler Mouse, it was great having you here. Funk Comics 814, Chris Barrett was in the house. Mr. Gretzky 9966. Man, Daryl, the Simply Incredible podcast was here. Z Collects came by with some kick-ass stuff, man. It's great to see Z up in here. Samuel David, man. Great to see Samuel David. My main man, PD Hobby, still thinking about you, brother, praying for you. He's overseas, and he's chilling out, man. He's one of the OGs. Steven Spock was also in the house. We had a great time here. Gino the Dragon, man. How can I forget my good friend Gino? Luis Ramirez, 504. PD Hobbies again. And Stay Puff, 1983. All came out tonight to see the LEG to the END. The Great Legend Show is here to stay. Man, I had a great damn time. Hey, check that out right there, man. Hey, man, thank you so much, Gretzky. Mr. Gretzky in the house. Man, thanks, dude. That's freaking awesome, man. Mr. Gretzky with that $2 super chat.
Damn.
There it is. There it is. Mr. Gretzky with that new donation. $2. Man, thanks so much, Gretzky. You're one of the best, man. One of the best. There it is. It finally came up. That was actually one.
Damn.
It finally came up on my little gimmick app over here because, and so I played one of the ones from previous because Gretzky's donated several times on the Great Legend Show. He's, in the past 11 days, Mr. Gretzky has donated 3 times. So God bless you, brother. Thanks so much. And, you know, talking with Mr. Gretzky, one of the best guys in the comic book community. And, dude, we'll talk comics on the Facebook Messenger. Our Comic Core now has a Discord. Funk Comics, thank you so much, brother. We have a Discord over there. We've done the Discord chats and everything. Just a lot of fun over there, and we've had a great time. So, man, folks, this is the Great Legend for everyone in the chat. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and shut this stream down. We're going to go on over there. I'm going to go say what's up to the Comic Core. I hope Drew and Cantu forgive me. I didn't mean to take any viewers or anything away from them, but that's where you'll find me, over there on the Comic Core. And then stay tuned for tomorrow night as we narrow down the brackets of who is going to be the horror guy that's standing last. That Discord is a box of gimmicks, Chris Barrett. Thanks so much, man. But anyways, fans, this is the Great Legend saying peace out. God bless.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. 8-6 all the hate. I won't get a ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost.